if you want to say and do the right things when it comes to meeting and attracting women, then it all starts with having the right mindset. If you have the right mindset, then what you say and what comes off will come off natural, and you'll do the right things without having to think about it. So what I want to do in this video is give you 3 super powerful mindsets that attract women like crazy. So you can incorporate these mindsets and do and say the right things without having to think about it. So the first of 3 mindsets is acceptance and approval, and they're pretty much the same word. And what I mean by this is well, there's 2 parts to this. The first part is acceptance and approval of yourselves. Okay, a big thing, and I got this from an old guy back in the day, that he said that a lot of guys who are into self-development and dating skills is they have a lot of disapproving energy of themselves. They feel incomplete. They feel like they have to do so many things and they're not there yet, and they are just down and disapproving on themselves. If you want to meet and attract somebody and you feel that way about yourself, you're starting at a huge disadvantage. So if you can come to a point where, you're working on your stuff, and I talk about this a lot in my other videos, where you're working on things and you want to improve, but right now, this is what I got. I love myself. I accept it. I have a lot of cool things, and I'm great the way I am. If you can accept and approve of yourself and go forward with that mindset, man, you'll learn much quicker. You'll have a much better time. You'll definitely attract more women. And the second part of that is accepting and approving of her. Okay, nobody wants to open up and connect with somebody who is judgmental, who's disapproving, and doesn't accept them. So when someone's telling you about themselves, you want to be accepting, you want to be open-minded, you want to be non-judgmental. You want to let them know that, hey, look, you're cool in my book, and I'm an open forum, whatever you want to say. This is great for making friends, and it's also super powerful for attracting women as well. And it all starts, like I said before, with accepting yourself. If you can accept yourself and accept your flaws and accept your criticisms, then you can do that with other people as well. And that will be, and you will become the type of person that people want to open up and connect with. So the second most powerful mindset that attracts women is abundance. And man, this is probably the most powerful of all the mindsets. And abundance, you could do it in 2 ways. The first thing could be tactical. You could actually do things to build actual abundance in your life. And this is what I always advocate for guys and students. And I always advocate for myself. Whenever a guy asks a question, I'm talking to this one girl, I really want to get her, what about? I'm like, dude, who else are you talking to? You're putting this girl on a pedestal because you have no other options, and your actions are reeking of desperation. So going out and having options and having an abundance and saying, hey, look, I'm into you and I want to pursue things, but I can meet other women. I am attractive, I know that, and I have options with other women. A guy who has options with other women is the most attractive guy to women. So that's definitely something that you want to go out and take action and cultivate. And the second part of it is, if you don't have it yet, when you're working on the action, you're working on your skills, then you're going to have to do something that we talked about back in the day, which is faking it until you make it. All right. So you can ask yourself, and a cool way you can do this is just say, if I was really good with women and I had options and a lot of attractive women that I liked were into me, then how would I treat this girl that I'm talking to right now? Okay. And you'd be like, okay, well, I'm not going to hang on every word she's saying. I'm not going to take it so seriously. I'm not going to be afraid of rejection. I'm going to be able to let loose and bust her chops and make fun of myself a bit and not take the whole thing so serious and hope it works and be so desperate about it, right? If you ask yourself that question, and that could always get you to step back and say, hey, look, man, if I had other options and I had actual abundance, how would I act in this situation? And the only caveat and thing to remember about this is you don't want to play too hard to get and too aloof and too take it or leave it, because if you do that, you'll never move things forward, take a number, escalate the interaction, and all that type of stuff. So you have to let the girl know that you're interested in her and pursue things and move the interaction forward, but at the same point, have that abundance mindset where it's like, look, I can meet other people, I know what I bring to the table, and I'm not desperate, and I don't need anything from you, right? I would like to pursue things with you, but I don't need anything from you. And that is the pure form of having an abundance mindset. And the third mindset that I added to this list was being driven and focused. And what I mean by this is having other things in your life besides meeting women. I believe they talk about this in maybe it's The Way of the Superior Man, one of those classic man books, right? And they talk about having other things to do, other things that you're passionate about besides meeting women. I know friends of mine who are super into their work, they're super passionate about what they do, they're busy and very active, and when they meet women, they're not back to the abundance thing. They're not desperate and hoping to get something from her and looking for fulfillment so much from women. I see a lot of guys who are like, I really need a woman to complete my life, and I need a woman to make me a man. I need a woman, or else I have a big hole in my life and all this stuff. Live a full life. Ask yourself very often. I ask myself almost every day, what do I really want in my life? What work do I want to do? What way do I want to serve people, right? And that's honestly, I keep coming back to this and helping you guys out, and that's why I do this business, because I love helping and giving. If I had all the money in the world, I'd still serve and give value. This is the biggest way that I could give value, and the thing that I spent the most time on and have the most skills in. So that's why I'm giving value doing this. But it keeps me very fulfilled and on purpose, right? And when I'm busy doing that, I'm not sitting on my phone checking to see what girls wrote me back. I'm not swiping on dating apps. I'm not going on Instagram and seeing who's watching my stories, right? I'm busy. I'm working on my stuff. And then when I go out to have fun, I go out and have fun and have a good time. But I get back to my work and I'm passionate and I'm interested in what I do. And a guy who is passionate about his work, who's successful, who has things going on that he's really into, is a guy who's focused, who's driven, and who is very attractive to women. So take these 3 mindsets and don't just take them and say, okay, they sound nice. Think about how you could actively incorporate these into your life. Okay, think about how you can actually manifest these and make these a part of your life. Use these and you'll wind up doing a lot of the right things naturally. Now definitely check out some of my other videos and get some tactics and all that other stuff for you. But pay attention to these mindsets, use them to your advantage, and have a great dating life.